The other day in therapy, my therapist asked me a complex question. What is love? I bet you're thinking, I thought you said a complex question. Or really, Massey, that's so simple. What is love? Easy. But really, take the time. Take a second. Think about it. What is love? I could not answer the question. I responded with, obviously I know what love is. And she said, great. Now give me a definition. At this point, I'm sweating, like I can feel the pressure. I was like, I know what love is. I was like, girl, love is like, what is love? Baby, don't, I'm just kidding. But seriously, I'm like, what is love? I couldn't give a proper answer. I was racking my brain trying to come up with the Oxford definition of what love is. And I think she sensed that because she said, I don't want Webster's definition. I want you to define what love is in your own words. Talk about even more pressure. At this point, shame and embarrassment wash over me. And then that little voice that's in the back of your head, you know which one I'm talking about, pipes up all of a sudden and is like, you're so dumb. I can't believe you can't answer this simple question. You should be embarrassed. She's judging you. After moments of silence, she tells me that we're gonna do an exercise. She says, I want you to take 5 to 7 minutes and write down 2 statements that define what love means to you. And here's what I came up with in 7 minutes. Love is a feeling of unconditional respect, loyalty, and forgiveness that is pure and deep and may grow and change as we do. I know it might sound like a lot, but let's break down my definition. Respect. What do I mean by love is unconditional respect? First, let's define respect. Respect is due regard for the feelings, wishes, rights, and traditions of others. So what does all that mean? Well, to me, it means that respect equals boundaries. And boundaries are teaching others how they can treat you by making it clear what you will and will not put up with. Boundaries have always been really hard for me because I'm a people pleaser. Yes, I'm a people pleaser, and no, it's not a good thing. I want to be liked by everyone. But my therapist told me something very important. She said, when you start implementing boundaries in your life, people are not gonna like you 100% of the time. But they will respect you 100% of the time. And she said to me, what would you rather? Would you rather be liked or respected? And I had to sit with that for a bit. And I came to the conclusion that I'd rather be respected. And here's why. People hurt people they like all the time. But it's very seldom that they will hurt you or they respect you. An example she used is people cheat on people they like all the time. But it's very rare that you will find that somebody's cheating on somebody that they respect because they hold them in a high regard, meaning they don't want to hurt them. The only reason someone will be upset with you for setting boundaries is because they directly benefited from you not having any. If anyone hits you with a, you've changed, I miss the old you, run. Do you want to know what the old me was like? I was a people pleaser. I was overly accommodating. I was a pushover. I was easily manipulated. I didn't have enough self-respect for myself to implement healthy boundaries to protect myself from toxic people. I felt like a doormat that people just walked all over. I had low self-esteem and even lower self-worth. Boundaries is respecting yourself first. Something you can do to show your self-respect is filling your cups first. Have you ever heard the saying, my cup runneth over? That means if you give yourself first what you need, then you are able to give others what's left over. Instead of giving out of empty cups, you're giving out of abundance and fullness. And that is how you are able to show up in the world as your best self. Loyalty. What did I mean by love is unconditional loyalty? Well, what is loyalty, first of all? Loyalty is commitment and dedication to another, allowing respect and trust to flourish. So if love is loyalty and loyalty is commitment, what does that mean? It means in order to love yourself, you need to show yourself self-respect. How, you ask? By following through with the promises that you make to yourself. If you tell yourself you're gonna do something, then show up for yourself and do it. If you're at work and your boss asks you to take out the trash, you're gonna do it. Why? Because you have respect for your boss. So why is it that when you tell yourself tomorrow I'm gonna eat healthy or tomorrow I'm gonna go to the gym, you don't do it? It's because you have lack of self-respect. You have to start showing up for yourself. You need to follow through because following through builds trust. You're building trust with yourself. And then you become unstoppable. You can do anything you put your mind to because you trust in yourself that you will get it done. So if you tell yourself, I'm not gonna drink today, and then all of a sudden you're getting all these texts and phone calls from your friends and they're like, come on, it's Friday, like let's go have a drink. You can only have one, blah, blah. You have two options. Really, it's super simple. A, you can go and you'll probably feel crappy. Or B, you can stay true to yourself and stay in. And yes, in the moment, it might feel like you're missing out, but over time, you're gonna see how drastic your self-respect grows. And in turn, your self-worth as well. Another way of showing yourself unconditional loyalty is by validating your own damn emotions. Why are we constantly looking for validation outside of ourselves? You are your most important relationship and you know yourself best. So take your own side. Agree with your own self. Don't rely on external people to make you feel complete. So if you start showing up for yourself first, guess what? Others are gonna follow suit. And oftentimes they will end up showing you the same respect and loyalty back. Forgiveness. So what did I mean by unconditional forgiveness? What is forgiveness? Forgiveness is a conscious, deliberate decision to release feelings of resentment and vengeance towards a person or group that has harmed you. So if forgiveness is a conscious decision to release negative feelings, then do that. Look inwards and forgive yourself for the wrongdoings that you've done. Many of us are carrying that and packing that around every day. How exhausting is it to be carrying around past feelings of resentment? We have to consciously let go. Forgive ourselves. There is so much strength in forgiveness. A good exercise is to find the time and space to sit down and write down all the bad things you think you've done. Then read it back. And yeah, this might sound corny, but just try it. Try reading it back and saying, I forgive you. Massey, I forgive you for. Some of the things will be easy to forgive yourself for and let go. Some of it will be hard to release. But once you can face your unforgivable past moments and just know that you are not perfect, we leave room to set ourselves free, and then we are able to show up as the best versions of ourselves. No one is perfect. Everyone makes mistakes. I've made my fair share of mistakes, trust me. You are responsible for your life. This is not a fairy tale. Nobody's gonna save you. Life is made up of choices, and it begins and ends with you showing up for yourself. If you want to love yourself, you need to keep your vibrations high and always approach everything with light and gratitude. A good way to connect with yourself is through meditation. Just take 5 to 10 minutes a day and connect with self. Sit with yourself and show gratitude for the things that you have. Oftentimes in life, we want more. We seldom sit back and say, I am thankful for the things I do have. We're always hyper-focused on what we don't have. When you do that, when you focus on what you're lacking, you will never have enough. Self-love is a journey. It is not linear. You're gonna go forwards and backwards and sideways. You'll feel totally unzipped and undone, but forgive yourself for where you are. Accept that you will be okay. You're not gonna go from 0 to 100 overnight. It's a journey for a reason, and you are on this journey to learn as much as you can and to take what you learn and apply it to getting to know the authentic you. So if you are on a self-love journey, I'm proud of you. And if you are just starting, you can do this. Can you imagine being on your deathbed and just not even having a clue who you are, what makes you happy, what you love, it's never too late to start. I see this video of this girl and she was talking about how she's in a phase of her life where she only wants the best for herself. She wants the best job, she wants the best mental health. She says she wants to travel the world and eat good food. She wants to try new things and have nothing but positive energy surrounding her. I really felt that. I was like, yes, that's exactly it. When you spend time alone, you learn to learn you. You learn what makes you happy. And then you learn the things that you were doing to make other people happy while you were miserable. I only want the best for myself from now on. And you should only want the best for yourself. I should have always only wanted the best for myself. We shouldn't care who we disappoint in the process, or if other people are mad because you're finally putting yourself first. Now here's what I don't mean. I don't mean love yourself so much that you don't need anyone else. I'm just saying you need to love yourself so much that you attract people who know how to love you the way you should be loved. Because you deserve the best, period. It's so easy to give other people unconditional love, to forgive other people for their flaws and weaknesses, to put time and energy into other people. That's the same kind of energy you need to put onto yourself, because that is what self-love is. Honestly, like one of my favorite quotes is, you cannot love someone else until you love yourself first. And that is so true. It is the truest words. And remember, guys, there's no such thing as a life that's better than yours. Love yours. As always, coming to you real, no filter. Thanks for watching. XOXO.